Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today. We're going to be looking at your person. Okay, so the person that you are either currently in a connection with, whether you are, in day-to-day contact with them or not. And for some of you, we may actually see things coming through in regard to, your person that you may not have even met yet. As well. Okay, so for those of you who are completely single, no connections, sort of on the go here. Sometimes we do see future connections coming through, as well as past connections as well. So past, present, future. Those sorts of connections are your person. Okay, so we'll have a look and see what comes through for everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel, being such a small non-monetized channel. So thank you so much. Today I am going to be using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, as well as getting a bit of an overview with the True Love Oracle. I will be taking timestamps as always, so you're more than welcome to skip to other placements using the timestamps in the description box is where you will find those. Starting us off today with Aries. Okay, Aries, your person. General energy for Aries and your person. Aries and your person, the main themes between the person on Aries' mind and Aries. Main energy between Aries and your person, please. We do have boundaries coming through here, Aries. So, whether this is you or that person or both of you actually needing to, reestablish boundaries between each other. Somebody maybe sort of standing up for themselves a little bit and having to place some sort of a boundary here between the two of you. And kind of that reminder to not be crossing somebody's boundaries as well. Being very respectful and mindful of the fact that sometimes people need to have boundaries for self-preservation and all that sort of stuff, and it's totally okay for you to do so as well. We do see on the bottom of the deck the compatibility card, so there is a lot of compatibility there. It's just about having love and respect for each other, and showing that by clearly communicating your own boundaries and being very aware of the other person's boundaries as well. I'm also getting, for some of you here, Aries, there may be like physical boundaries in place between you and this person as well. So I'm kind of getting things like having to cross state lines is coming through as a kind of a boundary, like because I'm seeing like a boundary line on a map. So whatever that might mean for a couple of you there, you may, this person may be interstate or in a completely different country, and you're having to, physically cross some sort of a boundary to get to them. I did just have one fall out here, Aries. I just want to sort of show you that one because that is the Star card. So, there is a strong wish and desire between the two of you with the energy here. Okay, but I'll put that back in to the deck and sort of shuffle through, because we are going to ask a little bit more specifically here. Aries, your person and their thoughts and feelings, their intentions and actions towards you. Okay, Aries, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions and actions towards you. Okay, Aries. So this person's thoughts towards you, we have the letter. So they're thinking about communicating with you, or they could be definitely thinking about communication that has already taken place, and especially with the boundaries card there too, that they may be wanting to clearly communicate some sort of a boundary, or they are sort of looking back at a conversation they've had with you, or some sort of communication they've had with you, whether it be texting, calling, in person, whatever. It's talking about communication. So I feel like some of them are sort of looking back at conversations that have happened, communications that has happened, and kind of feeling like they should have, specified a certain boundary, because then maybe it was crossed, those sorts of things. The communication factor strong on their mind. For some of you, I'm picking up too that that's the boundary that needs to be crossed, is the boundary of communication. So there may be some sort of no contact situation for a couple of you there as well, because this person is heavily thinking about wanting communication and wanting that, clear, open, honest communication with you. Their feelings at the moment, we do have the fish. With the fish energy, this person does feel like a little bit confused in their emotions towards you, Aries, because the fish card, it does kind of talk about a few different things here. It's not really a love card, to be completely honest. It's not very emotional driven, the fish energy. It is the card of abundance, of wealth, of finances. So for some of you, this person is just feeling as though they need to get on top of their financial situation. They need to focus on money, in order for this connection to somehow, work. There is this sort of financial focus for this person when it does come to their feelings towards you, that they kind of feel as though maybe they have to show emotion to you through buying you gifts and things like that as well. But there is an element here of, the fish sometimes when it does come to love readings, it can talk about, there's other fish in the sea. So this person may be sort of feeling, because especially for those of you where there's no contact and they're thinking about the no contact, or they're thinking about the way that some sort of communication has gone wrong, this person may be sort of thinking, oh, I kind of have to go fishing again. I kind of have to maybe try to find another fish. So they may be sort of trying to tell themselves, and feeling like, because it kind of feels like they have no choice but to go fishing, is what I'm picking up there. It's not for all of you, okay? For majority of you, that is to do more so with the abundance. They're feeling a lot of abundance, like an abundance of feelings towards you. There's just like so many feelings, all types of different feelings going on for this person, that it's just like kind of overwhelming, feeling with just so many, like a wealth of emotion. It's like every single possible emotion they feel towards you here, Aries. A lot of emotions there for a lot of you. Especially with, their intentions towards you. We do have the lily coming through. So they are intending, for emotional intimacy, to be vulnerable with you, Aries. They do intend for this to be a long-term connection, with the lily coming through in their intentions, that there's something about this that feels like they're intending for this to be something that's not going to disappear overnight. This is a long-term energy. Okay, especially with their actions. We do have the moon. So they are really trying to just follow their intuition when it comes to the connection, and trying to just follow their heart kind of energy, because the moon really is, it's kind of like being pulled by the tide, that you, especially with the intentions being so long-term here, they're kind of trying to just, go in and out with the tide of their emotions. So it does refer back to the emotions there being the fish. So, the fish, they have no control over the tide. The tide kind of, controls them, and it's kind of like the moon pool directs fish to do different things and whatnot. So they really are just listening to their intuition, and just sort of going with the flow a little bit there, allowing the tide of Aries to, draw them in and then draw them out, draw them in, draw them out. So I do feel for some of you there that there may be something important in connection to moon cycles as well with this person. They, especially when it comes to their emotions, they may be heavily ruled by the pull of the moon. Okay, so maybe that can talk about a few different things there, Aries. It's like, for some of you, it does talk about, because not only does the moon control tides, it does also control, certain energy cycles. It controls the, the feminine menstrual cycles and whatnot as well. So this person may just sort of run off the moon in some kind of a way. So you may notice that, it's better to approach them around a new moon or a full moon. They may just find specific times that are just a little bit better for this person's energy and emotional output when, depending on the cycles of the moon. So that may be something to take into consideration with this person as well. Okay. A lot of us, that do follow different things with astrology and zodiac, the moon is quite important. So, even just here on this channel, I do the shadow work full moon readings, as we do have one from last week still up, but every full moon I do the shadow work readings. No more until next year now, guys, but keep an eye out for those. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. I do appreciate every subscribe as well, but we will move on over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, how are we? Taurus, the general energy for Taurus and your person. General theme for Taurus and your person. Silver waterfall. This is a very interesting energy, Taurus, because it does talk about, it can talk about quite a few different things here, because we do have so many different images in this particular card. So, we do see primarily the big waterfall, the silver waterfall. So we do see, elements of emotion being very strong here as well. We do have, a lot of birds, there's butterflies, there's birds, there's, this big, beautiful swan down the bottom as well. I don't know if you can even see that swan just there. So there's a lot of bird imagery, which sort of talks about freedom, transformations, especially too with the rainbow at the top. That does talk, in these love cards, it does sort of refer to rekindling, reconciliation type energy. I believe we actually had a rekindle energy for you in the most recent weekly reading as well, Taurus. So, for some of you, it's kind of like you're transforming but reconciling emotions. So it's like finding that love all over again. So even if this is, all with the same person, it's finding that love all over again, finding the things that first attracted you to this person all over again. And it's sort of going both ways there with that as well. But there is a lot of emotion there, and it's kind of like this freedom of being able to outpour your emotion to each other, that you're able to, be very close emotionally and share emotions with each other, sort of pour them out to each other and know that they will be safely collected at the bottom. Okay, Taurus, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Taurus, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. This person's thoughts, we have the tree energy here, Taurus. So they're actually like kind of thinking about, how much we have grown together, how much we have transformed, how can I take, better care of my Taurus? How can I take better care of the relationship, the connection? There is a lot of healing, growth, purpose, growing together, wanting to grow old together. It can talk about the family tree dynamic there as well. So definitely seeing a lot of a spiritual connection here in their thoughts. They are very aware that they want to grow and heal this connection. So even if this is not a sort of very current connection, they want to heal that connection and sort of get to a new branch with the connection, expand and grow the connection with you here, Taurus. Their feelings towards you, this is a fantastic one to see for this person's feelings. We have the bouquet there, the flowers. They want to give. They want to give you all their emotions, all their feelings. They just want to give and give and give. Okay, it is a reciprocal energy. They want to receive your feelings for them as well. So but it's kind of like they feel as though you are, the present that they get to unwrap this Christmas for some of you. The gift for all their hard work, all their patience, all their perseverance. You really are, a blessing, a gift in this person's life. They feel a lot of, kindness and love and just that wanting to share and give kind of energy towards you here, Taurus. A beautiful energy. Their intentions towards you, we have the key coming through, another beautiful energy. Their intentions are for success. Pretty simple there, Taurus. It's all about, they want to, open up all the locked parts of you. We do see this particular deck. We see the cage behind that key there as well. So they want to unlock all the secrets to you, Taurus, and find more ways to grow and more things about you every day. They kind of want to learn as much as they can about you and unlock all your secrets. Open up your heart to them. They're wanting to create new opportunities with you as well. They're intending to, it feels very growth orientated coming from this person today, Taurus. It does feel as though, this person is really, intending to find new ways to love you every single day. Have a successful relationship. They do seem to have, a strong energy of, understanding that relationships take work and it's not something that you can just sort of set and forget. That they're wanting to, continually grow and mature this connection with you and have new opportunities with you that they may never have sort of felt as though they've had before. It's a beautiful energy. The actions towards you, we have the magnifying glass. Okay, so once again, they're wanting to look deeper before they're taking any action. There's not really much action coming through in that. It's more so about really thinking things through and really planning what actions are going to be the best to take. Okay, so they're really sort of looking deeper at what's going to show this love and this how much I want to give to Taurus. What they're kind of doing their research, looking deeper into you and what would truly make you happy here before they actually take any actions. So a very measured kind of energy. We're not really seeing someone making impulsive actions here, Taurus, but they are thinking very, very deeply on what actions they do want to take here. And that's actually for the long run probably a much better energy for you, especially because they're trying to bring in that their intentions are to bring in new aspects, new things that are going to lead you both to success here as well. So definitely seeing a lot of growth and growth together, maturing together with this person's energy, Taurus. It does feel like a really strong, positive energy for you. All right, so that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch your person as well. Subscribe to the channel and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini, how are we today? Looking at your person, Gemini and your person, the general energy of this connection for Gemini and your person. Okay, we're seeing luminosity. This is my shine bright like a diamond card. Shining brightly. This connection is, there's a lot of happiness connected to this connection straight away, Gemini. It's very bright, happy, fun. It shines kind of, and it kind of, it's talking about, you actually both bringing out the best in each other as well. So that does seem to be a big part of this connection for you, Gemini, is that, you both actually do, help the other one shine a little bit brighter. So, if you're having a bad day, your person is sort of helping you find yourself all over again, even on those bad days, and you're doing the same for them. So you're making each other better each and every day. It's kind of interesting. Even in the darkness that you show each other, you're actually enabling each other to shine brighter. So even if we're having any little quarrels and things like that, it's all seeming to be in this purpose of bringing the best out in each other and sort of striving for better. So even if we're having a little bit of a tiff, it's this underlying energy of, in the long run, this is actually making the relationship stronger and helping the other person, do better each and every day. Interesting energy. Gemini, your person's true thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Gemini, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. I feel as though you, Gemini, you've got a lot to say here. Some of you may want to cross-watch. Because I feel as though for a lot of you here, Gemini, that, the hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, I've got the whip here. So I do feel as though some of you here, you're kind of fighting this connection, or, you're focusing too much on the fighting, the tension, the drama. And it just doesn't seem to match the full truth of the connection. So Gemini, just be aware that it kind of feels like any tension is actually coming more so from you. So like, are you kind of like pushing, it's giving that, what's it, like self-sabotage a little bit here, that the worse you feel about yourself, that the more that you try to make this person feel bad, and it affects the connection a little bit here. So just try to be aware of any self-sabotage stuff that, because it does feel as though, the conflict is more like it's not as structured in reality as you may think it is. Like, it's a lot easier to overcome those challenges and tensions than you may allow yourself to believe. Okay? I know that's a hard message to hear, Gemini, but sometimes we do need the confronting messages as well. But this person's thoughts towards you, we do see the crossroad coming through with their thoughts. Okay, so they're feeling as though they do have to make a decision here, one way or another. It's kind of this energy of, you're kind of, once again, I hate to be confronting here, Gemini, and pushing, and saying that it's like a little bit of you, but kind of feels that way. You're more than welcome to check your other placements if it's not feeling right for you and it's not resonating for you. But it's like, they're kind of feeling forced to make a choice here, because it's kind of that energy of, if someone's self-sabotaging, we kind of have to choose then. Well, do we push them to confront themselves and stop the self-sabotaging, or do we allow that to affect us and, choose to walk away from someone who is self-sabotaging so heavily? It does feel a little bit like, this person is kind of thinking that you're forcing them to make a choice one way or another here. And I'm not saying that strictly that the choice is, stay or go. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but it's kind of feeling as though they're feeling as though, they're thinking that they're the ones that needs to make the decisions. So even just in day-to-day life, they may be sort of feeling pushed that they're the one that has to make all the important decisions, and that you're not stepping up and making those decisions. Even just little things like, where are we going to eat tonight? What are we going to do for dinner? They kind of feel as though they have to take responsibility of making all the choices in the connection. So just be aware of that, because, their feelings, we do have the well. Okay, so they have a lot of emotions for you, and they run deep. Okay, the well, we all know that wells can be really, really deep, that to the point where someone gets trapped in the bottom of that well and they get stuck down there in their feelings, they ain't coming back out. You need to send a whole rescue crew to, pull them back up, because this person's emotions, they run really, really deep. It's like this bottomless pit of emotion towards you. And I'm not clearly picking up, good or bad. Okay. It feels like a little bit of everything, to be honest, that, they just have a lot of emotion for you. For a lot of you, I feel like there might be like quite a history here. So there may be, some, when there is such strong emotions, some of those are going to be, good emotions, and some of those are going to be bad emotions. But they all sort of build the tapestry of love here. And at the moment, it's like their feelings just run so deeply that this is something that is a part of them. It's not going away. It's not going to disappear overnight. They feel so deeply for you, even when it's on those harder days and it's the harder emotions. They feel it deeply. It affects them a lot because it's such a part of them. It's so deep within them, ingrained into them. Okay. For their intentions, we do have the bridge. Very interesting energy, because it's kind of this energy of like, they just want to get to the other side of this. They're intending to just cross the bridge. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, because I don't want to make any, choices beyond what I have to make. Like, that's why they're wanting you to step up and make some choices here, because they don't want to make the choices. They're kind of like, I'm intending to just, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I'll deal with it when I have no choice but to deal with it. They're kind of feeling as though there is an element about the connection where the grass is going to be greener on the other side a little bit here as well. That, like, for a lot of you, it just feels as though there's just some stuff maybe going on in the connection that we just need to work through. A little bit of conflict we need to sort of work through, just a rough kind of patch here. And this person does seem to be hoping to get to the other side here, but it does feel like they may be a very sort of decisive kind of a person, who would just as likely burn that bridge if they had to. But it's feeling like they don't want to make that choice. They don't want to do that. They just, I'll deal with it when I get to it, they kind of say. If Gemini makes that choice, well, then I'll deal with it when it happens. But I'm not going to make that choice. I'm just going to, hope that the grass is greener on the other side of all of this. Especially with their actions, because their actions, we do have the ring coming through. So, their actions are this connection. Okay, so their actions are going to be to, continue this connection the way it feels like. They're not really doing anything, to be honest, with that ring energy. Feels like they're happily, like, once again, they're trying to put the ball into your court here, Gemini, that they're trying to push you to make the decisions. They feel like they've been so responsible for all the decisions here, and they just can't do it. They want to just wait, and they'll cross that bridge when they get to it. If you make a certain choice, they'll deal with it when they have to. For now, they're just going to plod along, doing things the way that they have been doing things, that just trying to focus on the relationship and just take action. It's relationship action. It's not separate action. It's relationship action. It's but it is also, just following the same imprint. It's, going around in circles a little bit here as well. So, it does feel as though you yourself may need to sort of step in a little bit here, Gemini, with this connection, and sort of, because it does feel like I said at the start, it feels a little bit like you may actually be self-sabotaging this connection here. So, if you truly want this connection, choose the connection. That it's kind of just sort of feels a little bit like, this person just feels as though there's not really that much that they can do, that it's up to you. They're thinking that it's kind of your choice now, that they can't make this choice, that it's up to you to decide whether can you get through this and just choose the connection or what's going on, So I do feel as though you may need to step up a little bit here, Gemini, when it comes to this connection, and sort of make a choice as to, how much are you willing to fight for this connection. Okay. Stabbing myself in the eye with a pen. Lovely. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and, subscribe to the channel. And we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, starting off with the energy between you and your person. Cancer and your person, general energy for this connection, please. Compatibility. You're my yin to my yang, Cancer. You may not realize how compatible you and this person actually are, because you kind of feel very different. And that's actually complementary for a lot of you here. I feel as though that's, you're actually quite compatible, more so than you realize. Because it's like, if you're an introvert, for example, and this person's an extrovert, you're kind of sitting there going, oh, I don't know, they're an extrovert, I'm an introvert type person. But you actually kind of play off each other really well. There's a blending in the middle where you both meet in the middle, and they can help you come out of your shell a little bit, and you help them just chill and stay at home a little bit more. So there's this kind of really good balance between the both of you, I feel. For a lot of you, it's that opposites attract kind of energy coming through, where you really do sort of balance each other out, are very, very compatible in a lot of ways. I am also picking up this random thing where for some of you, you may get like, I'm just sort of getting that, there's someone out there where you'll know that this is for you because someone has told you recently or asked you recently, like, is that your family member? Like, oh, is that your brother? Is that your sister? Is that your mom, your dad? Like, it's a bit weird and random, but you guys you just play off each other so well that it really gives this energy of, that you've got this, like, you've known each other forever kind of energy. So it's kind of like, people may sometimes mistake you for siblings or something like that, or like, maybe not siblings because that's just a bit weird. But like, people might think that you guys grew up next door to each other and have known each other since you were small babies or something like that, because you just seem to sort of know each other in and out, and finish each other's sentences and all that sort of stuff as well. Cancer, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Cancer, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Okay, so it was relevant. I just had a couple of cards flicking out a little bit there, and I just wasn't sure whether they were relevant to the message or not, but they kind of are, because the cards that flipped out, it was like wanting to have a conversation, that there's an important conversation that about the depth of the connection. They're just wanting to kind of recognize the depth of the connection here, that it's like you really are a part of each other. It's a very deep connection. Their thoughts towards you, we have the letter. Communication. They wish to communicate with you. Whether you're in a no contact situation, whether you are in current communication with this person, there's clearly, they're thinking heavily about communication. I do feel that for you here, Cancer, this is more so, the want to communicate, rather than rather than thinking over old communication type energy. It feels more like thinking about, what am I going to say to Cancer? What should I tell Cancer? I'm waiting for Cancer to text me. I feel like I just want to talk to Cancer constantly. It kind of feels a bit like that. Like it may even feel a little bit clingy here, Cancer, that it's like this person just wants to talk to you about absolutely anything, absolutely everything, absolutely every second of every day. It's like communication is very important to this person. It feels like, Cancer, that they, it feels as though this person needs a lot of, verbal type reassurance, that they need that communication so that they, that they're not, they maybe are having a little bit of insecurity within their own self here about the connection. And they kind of want the communication to reflect reassurance to them that, this is going where they want it to go, that you care about them as much as they care about you, those sorts of things. Because although it is a very deep connection and you are very compatible, I am kind of feeling that for some of you, this may be like there's some sort of distance here. So it may be a brand new connection for some of you, but it may also be like some of you may be in no contact situations. I am picking up for a lot of you, there's this element of some sort of distance between the two of you, whereas, that distance could just be that we just don't know each other well enough yet as well. But, their thoughts, we saw the communication, their feelings towards you, we have the clouds. So their feelings are on their thoughts. They're kind of overthinking things a little bit. They're very stuck in their head. Rather than being stuck in their feelings, they're stuck in their head and they're trying to think every little thing through. That's why we're seeing, communication being so important to this person, because their thoughts are, just revolving around communication and wanting more communication and clearer communication and, open, vulnerable, honest communication. I kind of feel here, Cancer, that, for some of you, this person is like, they're overthinking, like, when is Cancer going to say the L word? When is Cancer going to do the, like, they're really overthinking those sorts of things. And, they just can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's because I feel like they want that. They want that and they want to blurt it out to you, but they're kind of waiting on you a little bit here, I feel, because with their intentions, we have the clockwork. All right, so they are intending to try to be patient a little bit, trying to allow things to fall into place a little bit more here. So once again, I'm getting that distance that, for some of you, this may be like a newer connection where they're kind of just trying to wait it out a little bit longer, trying to wait until it's the right time, trying to, allow things to fall into place and get to know each other a little bit more. For those of you where it's maybe no contact, they are just sort of trying to be patient. It feels like they're waiting more so on you to take actions here than themselves. Okay, Cancer. But you're going to know for your personal situation. So, even if you speak to this person every single day, they are just feeling a little bit distant from you, that maybe they just don't understand, they're overthinking the way that you've communicated. Maybe they've misread some sort of communication between the two of you, or they're just feeling like you don't communicate enough, or they're wanting some sort of clearer communication, and they're just sort of trying to allow it, they're intending to try to allow, to be patient here and allow it to happen in the right time. But, I am feeling that there's a chance that this person may not be able to be as patient as they are trying to be, because they're kind of overthinking it. They're so stuck up in their head, overthinking things, that, Sometimes impulsivity takes over a little bit here because they do seem a little bit worried, a bit anxious, about what's going on with the connection. About, it feels like very much like, does Cancer feel this connection the way that I do? So I feel as though they're a bit worried maybe that they feel more for you than you feel for them. So they do seem to be looking for a little bit of reassurance, from you. Their actions, we have the Fox. Very interesting here because this person's actions, as an action card when it comes to a love reading, the Fox is probably not my favorite to be seeing, to be honest. It's kind of giving, though, once again, that this person, it may have to do more so with their insecurities, I feel. Because the Fox really can talk about just doing whatever we need to do to survive. And their actions are going to be just more so focused on what have I always done that has helped me survive. And like, I feel like that's why they are not coming forward and opening the lines of this communication or telling you that they need this reassurance or they want this extra communication, because, there's just something here about, they're a little bit worried that you might just be playing games with them, that you may be a little bit of a player, not going to lie. But there's also this energy of the only way that this person has survived in the past is to, it's kind of this energy of, they've been hurt in the past. And what happens when someone's hurt in the past? They try not to retrace those steps for their own survival. And so it really feels as though this person is holding back because that's something that has hurt them in the past. So they're holding back because, holding back action towards you because they're scared, basically. That's the way that they take care of themselves by protecting their heart, is by not taking action. Because if I don't tell Cancer how much I feel for Cancer, Cancer can't hurt me by saying they don't feel that too. So they're kind of just wanting you to take over a little bit here, Cancer. And they may, there is an interesting energy though that they may try to like trick it out of you, if that makes sense. Like, it can be a little bit shifty, a little bit tricky, this Fox energy. So it's kind of like, they may ask you questions that are trying to, get it out of you. They're trying to get you to say it, kind of thing. Trying to get you to talk, like open up to them. Because that's what they want. They want to be able to open up to you and tell you how they feel. But it feels like they're just scared of doing that first, I'm kind of getting. So they may try to, lead you into you saying things first. Like the L word and things like that. They may try to sneak it out of you in some kind of way so that then they can go ahead and say that they feel that. Okay, so it's kind of like giving that kind of energy, a little bit tricky there. Like I'm just getting things like, oh, Cancer, I know you love me, Cancer, hoping that you will just say, yes, I do. So then that can, open up that, oh, you said you love me, oh, I love you too, kind of thing. It's kind of, they're just, this person's just a little bit insecure, I think, Cancer. Like, they just need a little bit extra reassurance when it comes to feelings and emotions between the two of you. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch your person's placements as well. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Leo. Okay, Leo and your person. What's the energy between Leo and their person? Leo and your person. Maturity. That's giving me a very interesting energy. It's like the teacher becomes the student kind of energy. The student becomes the teacher becomes the student. For some of you, there may be an actual age gap, pardon, in this connection. But, if there is a sort of a significant age gap, like, when I say significant age gap, I'd be sort of, more than 5-10 years is a significant gap, I suppose. Whoever the older person is, it feels like Leo kind of understands that the older person is actually the more, like, more immature in some kind of way, and the younger one sometimes can teach the older one maturity things, like just being mature about things in a different kind of way. It's like, it's not necessarily one's more mature than the other at all, not at all, but it's learning lessons from each other's way of being mature and being immature as well. It's kind of flowing both ways. One of you may be a little bit more rigid and mature and responsible than the other, but you actually need to learn the immaturity, the loosening up, the chill. It's okay. You don't have to be so structured and rigid, and vice versa. So it's student becomes teacher kind of energy coming through there, learning from each other when it comes to maturity. Because I'm kind of picking up there, Leo, too, that, one of you may just be very immature in general, but very mature when it comes to emotions. Okay, because there's always differences as well. It's not just, being mature is not just being mature in just one area. It's being mature in, multiple aspects. So this person may present as very, mature and worldly and, I know a lot of things, but then when it comes to emotions, they're actually like super immature. They don't know how to deal with things the same way that the other may actually be able to teach them. All right. Leo, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Leo, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. What's happened? What's happened, Leo? Or is this just a new connection maybe for some of you? This person's thoughts towards you, we have the dice energy. So this person is, they're thinking about, I'm going to throw the dice and see where it falls. I'm going to take a gamble on Leo here. Take a gamble on maybe being a little bit more vulnerable with Leo, being a bit more upfront with Leo about my feelings. I feel, they're thinking about taking a chance, some sort of chance. I'm some of you, it's a chance, like a growth type of chance. Like, I'm going to take a chance on Leo in general. Some of you, it's like, I'm going to take a chance on doing this specific thing so Leo can, like, some of you are not even in a connection. I'm not sure. Some of you, it's like taking a chance to open up to you and be quite vulnerable. But some of you, it's like more so an action, like, or to take you somewhere, show you something. I'm going to take a gamble that Leo might like this. I'm going to do something, maybe buy Leo something that I'm going to take a gamble that this is going to move things along. Take a chance. I'm going to, throw my dice in the ring and see where they land. I'm going to take a chance to let Leo know how I feel. But with their feelings, we have the mice energy here. So this person is very stressed out, and that's why it feels like such a big risk for them to be open with you, I feel, because, they're very stressed about things that have happened in the past and the past repeating itself. It kind of eats away at them. They're very worried about, that things that may have happened in the past, relationships that they've had, may happen right here as well. So they're kind of worried that if I throw my dice in the ring and tell Leo how I feel about Leo, that Leo might reject me, and then that's going to remind me of the past when someone rejected me, when I did that. But they're going to take a chance anyway. They're thinking about just taking a chance anyway. They're like, it's kind of this, I'm never going to know if I don't roll the dice. I'm just going to roll the dice and see what happens and hope for the best kind of thing, even though I am very stressed and, I'm feeling very stressed and I am feeling like, the past is going to bite me a little bit here, going to creep back up and come back around and bite me, and, that I'm going to have this result of the past repeating itself kind of energy. So they are very, very worried about whatever chance they're going to be taking towards you here. But I do feel as though the risk that they're taking, the chance they're taking on you here, Leo, is being shown through their intentions and actions, because their intentions, we have the letter, which is all about communication, opening up, telling you, talking to you, whether it be text, calling, emails, in person, communicating. They're intending to communicate with you and take action towards you. So it's coming through very generalized here, Leo. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit different for a lot of you here. Like I said, you're all kind of feeling like different stages of this connection as well. But, their intentions and actions are sort of following through. They're following through on the chance that they're taking. They're going to be traveling towards you, closing any distance between the two of you. They're going to try to start a new journey with you, and they're coming in intending to communicate very clearly what they want. They're very clearly intending to take action towards starting this journey with you, or continuing the journey with you. Starting a new part of the journey with you, communicating with you about wanting to take you somewhere, wanting to take you on a holiday, travel with you, that kind of thing as well. It does feel like that, to them it feels like a bit of a risk. For some of you here, I'm kind of picking up that they're taking a chance on taking you home for Christmas kind of thing, taking them to meet the family for Christmas. And they're just very, very worried and stressed about this because something has happened in the past here. For that specific answer, it's that specific example, it feels like in the past they've taken somebody home to meet the parents and it's not gone well at all. So they feel like they're taking a big risk here to take you home to meet the parents, but they're going to do it anyway. So that's what I'm getting for you, Leo. Like, obviously that was just an example. That may sort of be the case for maybe one of you, but it's that kind of energy there that we're seeing, that this person is really, they're wanting to get on that ship and move forwards with you one way or another. That's their actions, is to try to move forwards with you here, Leo. Okay, you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. We will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo and your person. Current energy between Virgo and your person. What's the energy between Virgo and your person? Soulmate energy, Virgo. Two butterflies flittering around each other. Some beautiful energy there. We do have the Divine Feminine on the bottom of the deck there as well. So there's a lot of beautiful feminine, emotional energy between the two of you here. Nurturing each other. Soulmates. Virgo, your person's true thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Virgo, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. That's interesting. Their thoughts. We have the owls coming through here. They're trying to think very wisely, very, they're trying to think things through very clearly and rationally in some sort of sense here. The owls are very wise. It can talk about a little bit of, a little bit of worries in the distance. In the back of their head, they've got some, there some worries, but that's why they're trying to sort of tread carefully, I suppose, swoop in carefully. They're thinking about, thinking things through and, just being very stealthy and careful with the way that they're thinking about things and looking at things and doing things with the connection. It's like softly, softly, careful steps towards you here, Virgo. A lot of wisdom though, and it's especially too with the way that they're communicating with you. They're having a conversation with you, so they're thinking. They're kind of very carefully planning certain conversations with you. Especially when it comes to this that they have in their feelings. Okay, so they have a huge amount of feelings for you, Virgo. Good and bad, not going to lie. That just talks about, the huge depth of emotion that they have here, that it's like a bottomless pit. It goes down deep down within them, you've burrowed down into the core of this person, and you are a strong, you're deep within them. They can't imagine life without you at this point, I feel, Virgo, because, and there's a part of them that they're trying to think very carefully about, how do I tell Virgo how important Virgo is to me, how deeply I feel towards Virgo. Their intentions here, very, very interesting, because, we did see the hidden energy. There was the divine feminine, the very soft, nurturing, loving, emotional energy. But their intentions are to try to, jump into the divine masculine energy. That we have the masculine coming through for their intentions. So they're trying to sort of take control of the emotional side of things a little bit. I feel like they kind of feel, because those emotions run so deep, they kind of feel as though they're spiraling out of control a little bit, and they, with their emotions especially, and they're trying to sort of, rein it in and hold back a little bit, and take control of their emotion a little bit here, being a little bit more control of themselves, and not sort of come at you gushing with emotion. Oh, Virgo, 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 Virgo. They are trying to control the chaos a little bit, because, the emotions that they've got here, it's chaos. It's a lot. It's deep as it's, that swirling, I'm seeing like a whirlpool at the bottom of the well here. So it's like these emotions very easily, this person feels as though their emotion for you, like, quite easily can sort of suck them in and drown them under the surface of the water there, that they're so deep that they're, that they can't escape the feelings a little bit here. So they are really trying to sort of rein it in a little bit, and control the chaos a little bit, because, even good emotions, when they're that strong, the undercurrent can be a bit overwhelming. Yeah, so it's just very overwhelming. They're just overwhelmed by so much emotion here. Their actions towards you, we kind of see not much happening here with the clockwork happening for their actions towards you. They're really just trying to rein it in and control themselves at the moment. And their actions kind of speak to that a little bit here as well, because they're kind of just, allowing things to take time, allowing things to sort of, everything will fall into place when it needs to. And I don't need to rush in and take any action. Everything's happening the way that it's kind of supposed to. And I just need to allow time. So they're just trying to take time and allow time. We do see them thinking things through very clearly as well. So, they are trying to be, very conscious of allowing things to happen naturally rather than this person sort of jumping on in and acting on such deep emotions. They're kind of, very aware of allowing it to happen naturally here, and that sometimes things take time, and it's not going to sort of, you may not be as deep in as they are, and they may be very conscious of, waiting for all the cogs to sort of fall into place for you so that we can sort of rush headfirst into this from there. But it doesn't really feel like much action other than being patient and kind of maybe waiting for you to catch up a little bit, to be honest, Virgo. They're trying to just sort of hold themselves back, control themselves a little bit, while they allow you some extra time to sort of catch up, if that's the case for yourself there, Virgo. But that's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch your person's placements. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'm just going to quickly pause and grab a drink, and then we will move on over to Libra. Okay, Libra and your person. Libra and your person. The energy between Libra and your person, please. The Sacred Woman. Okay, so that's a very interesting energy to have between the two of you. It really does kind of show that there is some external guidance being given here with this connection. So it's kind of this energy of like, it's definitely a spiritual kind of energy where there's a deeper force kind of trying to guide this connection in a certain direction. For some of you, it's about, an actual external force, that there may be the need to, seek guidance from somebody. I am strongly picking up on like ancestor type energy, the sort of energy of like learning lessons from the past as well, whether that be, through learning more about somebody's culture, about somebody's heritage, or not even your own culture or heritage. It may be sort of looking into, the ways that different, cultures or religions perceive connection, and, embracing that a little bit more in your own connection. I'm just sort of getting energies there of just the way that the connection is being embraced on a spiritual level, that there's just the need to sort of guide it in a little bit more of a spiritual kind of a way here, Libra. I haven't really been clarifying those ones, but I kind of want to for you here, Libra. Clarify the Sacred Woman for Libra and your person. Some of you, there's definitely like a teacher sort of energy. We do have the owls coming through clarifying that. So, wisdom and looking into the distance to find that guidance. Having conversations with others, maybe. So there may be like some mentorship type energy where, you could use somebody else's example of a strong connection or how to strengthen a connection. So I'm just picking up very strongly this something about like history, like looking into maybe, like through observation type energy, this spiritual connection type thing where it's, how do we work through strengthening a connection? How has that been done in the past? What sort of things can we observe from past relationships? Not our own past relationships, but like past relationships where people have honored each other in certain ways, or those sorts of things. Oh, I feel like I'm not really making sense there, Libra, but it's kind of this energy of, that there is this spiritual kind of energy available to you that is going to guide you along the course of this connection here. And for some of you that's coming from, something, it's that's why I don't know what it is, because it's something I just don't know. It's like a historical relationship that you're using as like a role model example of how to strengthen your connection. But it's not something that I actually like factually know. I don't have the information of that. So I don't know what the example is here. It's for some of you that's relevant though, because it may be something that you know, where it's like you studied a certain history of something, um, or your person knows the history about something, and they're using that as an example to help strengthen the connection in some kind of a way here. All right, but we'll have a look at their thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. I do just need to quickly pause. My son has woken up, so it won't be a sec. Okay, sorry about the weird pause, Libra. Looking at your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you, Libra. Libra, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Yeah, so we see it straight away here being reflected in this person's thoughts towards you, okay? Because this is the long-term card. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is that reflection on something from a long time ago for some of you here. And thinking about something or an example of something from a long time ago, to the point where it's like hundreds of years ago, even for some of you here, and using that as like, it just sort of got them thinking about different aspects of the connection and different aspects of you. Some of you, I'm kind of picking up your person, you may remind them of some historical figure that they're aware of here, and they're thinking about that connection. And maybe if Libra is so much like that, then maybe I should do this. It is thinking very heavily too, with the emotional intimacy between the two of you. So they do think very highly of you. I feel with that energy, they're thinking that they want to continue this connection long term, and they do feel very emotionally connected to you. Their feelings, we do see the scythe coming through. Quite interesting, because there may have just been some sort of unexpected change in their feelings. It's not necessarily feeling like it's a bad thing at all, to be honest. It's feeling like they're feeling, because the scythe sometimes can it's like a break or a sudden change. And it's like, rather than breaking away from you and breaking away from their feelings for you here, Libra, it's like the break you've been needing kind of energy, that they're breaking free from something that is allowing them to have this unexpected positive change in their feelings for you, where they're ready to harvest the connection on a different kind of a level. It does feel as though that there's been a sudden break, like it's breaking free kind of energy, breaking free from something external that has sort of maybe held this person back a little bit. And it's bringing about change in their feelings, where into the sense that they're understanding things with the connection a little bit deeper at the moment, I feel. Especially with the intentions and actions I see here as well, because their intentions, we have the dog energy. So that's really good to see for their intentions, because that's loyalty, compassion, understanding. So they're intending to be loyal. They're intending, to be a better friend to you, to be honest. It's the card of friendship. It's you know, that they're intending to be a companion and be more compassionate and understanding towards you. So whatever this sudden change in their feelings is, it's actually, you know, leading them to kind of try a little bit harder to understand you and where you're coming from, especially being backed up by their actions here. We have the ship. Okay, so that they are trying to move closer towards you, cover any distance, whether it be, you know, emotional or physical distance. They are trying to sort of cover that distance between the two of you. For some of you, their actions are quite literally to, you know, take you, you know, they take you traveling. They want to go, you know, maybe on a private getaway or something like that. You know, go on a bit of a holiday, travel with you. You know, their actions are going to be to, you know, get on that ship and start some sort of brand new journey with you. We do see that this is kind of like a little bit of a transformative energy, that there's you know, whatever this sacred guidance coming through for this connection is, it's definitely leading us in a more positive direction here, with the dog and the ship as the intentions and actions. Okay, so it's kind of like ready to set sail. Like, it's kind of like someone who's been, their mind's been taken up with all sorts of things, and then all of a sudden they're like, that's it, I need to, you know, they've had this sudden breaking free from, you know, external forces that have held them back, and now they're like, that's it, let's get on this ship, let's go, let's move forward with our connection. This person is seeming to sort of say there, Libra. So it's definitely a moving forward action, you know, rather than moving backwards. It's definitely a positive one there. All right, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio and your person. What's the energy for Scorpio and your person, please? Spiritual maturity. Some of you, this is giving me some interesting messages here, Scorpio, because it's kind of like quite a lot of you watching may actually be single. Um, it's because it's kind of a solo journey, it feels, for a lot of you here. This spiritual maturity, that you're coming into your own, but your person is doing the same, whether you know them or not. But you, like, we do see the two figures here in this, on this path. You know, but it's kind of giving, it really does feel here that it's two people, you know, walking the same path, but they may not even see each other yet, because, you know, it's not until we sort of get to the top pinnacle, you know, of that path, where we're both where we want to be individually, that, you know, for some of you, that you're actually going to meet this person. I feel like some of you haven't even met this person, don't even know who this person is, but it's like you're both walking the same path right now. You are both walking the same path, and you know, evolving and growing and reaching some sort of spiritual maturity just within your own self, and this person is doing the same. um for those of you who are in a connection, you know, take it to sort of resonate as you both are on the same path, walking this path together toward, you know, you're growing and maturing in the same kind of a way here, which is, you know, really nice energy. But I do just sort of get drawn to quite a lot of you, you know, same path, different, but you don't even realize it. You know, you're both doing the same thing, but you're not even aware of each other. Scorpio and your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Scorpio, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Yeah, once again, I feel like a lot of you may not even know each other. kind of energy. I did have a card kind of fly on out individually here. So we have the masculine flew on out. So it's kind of like you're just gaining control over yourself. I feel like that's specifically for that spiritual maturity energy. So, this is kind of feeling like you yourself, you're trying to control the chaos. You're on this path of taking control, taking back control of your own self and moving towards a much more spiritually mature version of yourself. So once again, taking control of, that's it. I'm walking forwards. I'm moving forwards. I'm maturing. I'm on this path, and I'm taking control of my life, and I'm walking this path. So once again, your person is doing the same. All right. So when it comes to their thoughts towards you, we do see the communication card here, the letter. So, if you're resonating straight away with, being on your spiritual maturity path right now, and that you are really trying to take control of your life, you may be thinking about starting to communicate with people and getting to know people and learning more about people and just talking in general about the path that you're on, and communicating with people, being very open and honest and communicative about what's happening for you, and where you're going, where you want to be. For some of you, I am picking up that this communication energy, it could just be talking, like some of you may be sort of getting back on the apps type of thing here as well, and being very open and honest with the way that you're talking and presenting yourself, which is a good way to be, obviously. But you just seem to be very more interested in communication at the moment. We're just seeing some sort of bland is not the kind of right word here, but it's very sort of generalized energy. Because when it comes to your feelings, we see the woman, which is, it's a card of feelings. So we just see you sort of nurturing your own feelings, nurturing your own emotions, nurturing, your own goals and what you actually want to achieve through these communications. You're, thinking about talking to people and getting to know people, and you're feeling like I'm taking care of myself and I'm nurturing myself, and I'm solid on my journey. I've taken control of the journey that I'm on at the moment, and I'm, seeing where it sort of takes me. We do have your person's intentions towards you. We have the ship, so they're intending to close the gap. So if you haven't met this person yet, they're intending to move forwards towards you, even if you don't know each other. Okay, it's the energy there. So they are intending to sort of start the journey, which once again, it's that same energy. Whoever you and this person are, you do seem to be mirroring each other quite heavily. You're both on the same path. So the intentions are to get back on that ship and set sail into finding someone, finding that person. It's kind of like you both know that each other exists, in the sense of you're sitting there going, oh, I'm on my own path at the moment, but I do know that there's a soulmate out there for me, but I'm on my own path taking control of my own life right now. But, your intention is to eventually, sail across, cover any distance that you need to cover, walk that path so that you can meet that soulmate and be the best version of yourself, so that when you meet them and they're the best version of themselves, that, we can move forward in a really positive way. For some of you, you may actually be intending to travel soon, especially, with Christmas and whatnot. A lot of people are traveling anyway, but you may be intending to travel, and I'm just sort of picking up, though, the intention being a little bit more of, just enjoying life and having fun and, setting sail, doing little adventures going on, just taking it as an adventure at the moment and seeing where that takes you. And it feels like it's taking you to the right spots anyway, to be honest. You guys will meet eventually if you haven't yet. You will cross paths eventually because you are on the same path. You are very, very, like I said, mirroring energy on the same path here. The actions we do see here, we have the mask. Very interesting. I feel like for a lot of you, Scorpio, this is kind of like a little sort of like a warning to you to make sure that your actions, you're not putting on a false front. You're being very honest and open with yourself about what you truly desire when it comes to love and this person, this connection. Once again, regardless of if you know them, being very careful to not, put on a mask and present yourself as anything other than the truth of who you really are, because this person is going to see the true you. So your actions, if you're putting on a mask as your action, this person will not recognize you because you won't be you, and vice versa. Okay, so it's like, don't cover up the beauty of the truth of you. It's kind of like a little bit of a warning to, maybe remove your masks. That must be your next action, is to remove the mask and allow yourself to be seen for who you truly are. Once again, this person is doing the exact same thing here, Scorpio. So when you and this person do finally kind of meet, you will see each other for who you truly are. And who you truly are is very reflective of where you both have been and need to be, and it will balance, it will match. Okay, but if one of you is still wearing a mask, it will not match, and you may pass this person over. For some of you, this person is actually with the mask energy there. For some of you, this person's current actions are actually they I'm just picking up that they may be getting like surgery of some sort. It doesn't necessarily mean it's facial surgery, but I'm just picking up someone maybe sort of getting surgery. A very random message there. So maybe that's why it's not the right time to meet this person yet, because they need to heal and all that sort of stuff as well. But who knows? That was just a bit of a random message there as well. Maybe when you meet them, that'll just be relevant then and not necessarily now. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius and your person. Sagittarius and your person. Energy for Sagittarius and your person. Oh, love. Must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. Sorry for the bad singing, Sagittarius. That was just coming through very heavily. Even if you are single at the moment, Sagittarius, love is out there for you. Don't allow yourself to think that it's not, because love. I'm also getting here too that it's making sure you're in the vibration of love and that you're exuding love with every little thing that you do. Okay, it's not about being rational and logical and doing what you think you should do. It's following your heart, following your true passions in life, and it's going to lead you to the love that you desire with actual love as well. All right, so following your heart, Sagittarius. But Sagittarius, your person's true thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. I'm picking up for you, Sagittarius, quite a lot of you are single as well. There may be a few of you that are in partnerships already, but I do feel for a lot of you, you're still single, but heavily thinking about love. We saw love as the energy that you're sharing between yourself and this person. Now we're seeing that as this person's thoughts towards you. So it's like, even if you haven't met this person yet, they're thinking about you already. Okay, you're sitting there going, oh, I wonder what my next person is going to be like. And they're sitting at home going, oh, I wonder what my next person is going to be like. It's like I'm getting this energy of like this person sitting there writing a list of, all the things that they want in a person. And they're describing you. Okay, they're describing you. So they already love you, even though they don't even know you. For some of you, they think. For those of you who do know this person, geez, this is a strong love connection here, and there's a lot of love. This person is thinking about how much they love you. They're thinking about the love that you share, because it's a shared love. But this person has a lot of love to give as well. They're thinking about trying to follow their heart as well. They are trying to follow their heart. We do see their feelings as the feminine, which is emotion. Okay, so their feelings are feelings. No, they're trying to nurture emotion, and they're trying to, find love. For a lot, like I said, for a lot of you, this is people. You're single and you haven't actually met this person yet. I do feel for a lot of you here. Of course, if you're not resonating, you're more than welcome to, check your other placements, of course, or, cross-watch your person's placements. But I am just picking up very strongly that quite a lot of you haven't even physically met this person yet. But you do seem to be mirroring each other. I was picking up a similar energy for Scorpio. Some of you may be on the cusp there, but you're just trying to nurture those emotions within you so that you are, following your heart and knowing where that's leading you. So it's really sweet energy. This person is, in their feminine energy, within their feelings. They're just nurturing their emotions, trying to, grow love within themselves. They're very, very conscious of the thought of love. Their intentions, we do have the cross. So that's a little bit of, allowing Jesus to take the wheel, as the saying may be, allowing destiny to run its course. And, they're intending to, have faith that love will come, that they will meet you when they're supposed to meet you, that they're, they're intending to just do what they got to do, take care of their responsibilities in the meantime. And they know that, as long as they have faith that love exists, that it will exist for them. Just very general, cruisy kind of energy here. This person does feel like they're just sort of trusting. They may be intending to, do some spiritual work as well. They may be somebody who is intending to, just do a little, take on a little bit more responsibility with, their personal responsibility stuff, the shadow work type of stuff, and the spiritual stuff, taking on a little bit more of that on board in order to keep faith in love for themselves here as well. Their actions, we have the hedge maze. This is very interesting because it's their actions are going to be to try to, remove themselves from confusion, find their center. So it's very connected to that spiritual intention there as well, that their action is actually, they're truly seeking their center, and they're trying to sort of find what's at the core for themselves, and, remove any confusion or feeling lost within their life, and just sort of finding that thing that makes them feel centered and balanced. Just clarify the maze energy for this person's actions towards Sagittarius, please. A few of you here, it's like they're trying to find you in amongst all the confusion. We have the crossroads clarifying that. Choosing to, rather than run around in circles of confusion and I'm lost, I don't know how to escape. They're kind of choosing to just find their center and allow themselves to just have faith and be just naturally drawn to you. It's very interesting kind of energy. They're just sort of trusting in the path and knowing that they will find their way out of that maze, as long as they just stay on their path, which is following your heart, following their heart. Okay, but I am getting a bit of a mirroring energy from you guys here as well. So you probably are on a very similar energy as well here. All right, but very very kind of general energy there, Sagittarius. You're more than welcome to check other placements or cross-watch placements as well. Please subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that. And we will move on over to our Capricorns. Capricorn. Swapping over to birthday season for you. Capricorn. Energy for Capricorn and your person. Capricorn and your person. See the energy of the silver waterfall. Kind of like a little bit here, overwhelming emotions, Capricorn. The bottom of the deck, we have self-respect. That's the self-respect card. It's kind of like, and that's followed by reparenting yourself. So I am just sort of feeling here that for a lot of you, Capricorn, that's maybe why we have this overwhelming gush of emotion at the moment, Capricorn, because you are trying to relearn how to show your self-respect, how to have a little bit more self-respect when it comes to love. And there's also this element of respecting the emotions that you do have and allowing them to flow. You can't push the waterfall back up the hill. You need to kind of respect that this is a force of nature and it exists, and that you need to allow it to fall and follow its natural course, which is kind of how you're starting to respect your feelings a little bit more, Capricorn. We do have a lot of interesting imagery in this particular card as well. It does hold a lot of bird type imagery. We've got some birds here. There's a butterfly. There's a swan down the bottom here. There is this figure reveling in the emotion. The water is the emotions, yeah, and there's this figure reveling in the emotions. The birds are talking about freedom, allowing yourself the freedom to have emotion. We also see the rainbow at the top of this card, and in this deck, the waterfall, actually, like the rainbow imagery, really does talk a lot about revival, rekindling energy. So for some of you, I am picking up that there may be, it doesn't even necessarily have to do with a person or this connection itself. It's like, rekindling the connection for some of you, yeah. But for others of you, it's like rekindling the emotion within your own self. Getting back in touch with your emotion, reconciling with those emotions. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're reconciling, or needing to reconcile with your person. It's more about, coming to a balance and a reconciliation just within emotion itself. And you both may be doing that on an individual level. But we'll have a look here. Capricorn, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Capricorn, your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards the Capricorn. Hmm. To be honest, Capricorn, straight away, this person is giving me very I don't know what I want energy. Their thoughts towards you. We have the book coming through. There's a few messages here. It's giving me very, very muchly just keywords of the main keywords and the need to just go through all of them basically. Um, so I'll just word it as this person's thoughts. For some of you, this person's thoughts are that you're holding secrets. They think that you're holding secrets. For some of you, this person's thoughts is that you are a mystery. You're an enigma. They don't understand you. They don't get it. There's just something about you that they don't understand. That is a mystery to them. You're very mysterious, and they don't know how to read you. Some of you, they're thinking about wanting a new chapter with you. Some of you, they're thinking that you're starting a new chapter with a new character. I'm getting so many different messages here. So some of you, they're wanting to start the next chapter with you, because they are thinking that you are an important part of their story. One way or another, you are an important part of their story, regardless of the small message there. Sorry if you can hear all the dogs barking in the background. That's a bit random. I feel like maybe that's just confirming that you're an important part of the story for this person, Capricorn. It's just kind of like, the mystery. There's a mystery there. It feels like they don't even understand themselves, what they think, what they feel, what they want to do about it. They're feeling a bit confused, not going to lie. Their feelings towards you here, we have the bear. They feel very protective of you and this connection. They do feel like they do want to sort of nurture this protection, like nurture this and but some of you, they're feeling a bit defensive and aggressive as well, not going to lie. Like I say, I'm just, this person's energy is like all over the place. They don't know how they feel. One minute they feel like they want to protect the connection, and the next minute they feel defensive against the connection. It's like a little bit self-sabotagey. I feel like this person may be someone who maybe they seem to be very overwhelmed with their own self. They may have some stuff going on in their life and just not have a very clear idea of where they're going, what they're doing with themselves. And then, so to add the connection into the mix, they may be someone who's very on and off, very unclear about what they even want and what they even feel. We do see boundaries, someone feeling like they need to be strong and powerful. So it's kind of this air of, I need to protect my boundaries and pretend that I don't have feelings. It does kind of feel like that a little bit here too. Like this person is very standoffish a little bit with when it comes to their feelings, that they're, you stay over there and I'll stay over here, and I'm going to tell myself that that's me being strong and powerful, because I can't deal with feelings. That's soft, and I need to be strong and powerful, and feelings don't encompass that. But then the bear does also talk about nurturing, mama bear type protective energy, and it's clashing once again. It's clashing within this person. It's like they want to protect this, and they want to nurture the feelings, but then, they back off and freak out and get defensive against the feelings. Their intentions towards you, we have the hedge maze. Lost, confused. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want to do about it. Their intentions are to wander aimlessly until they find either the exit or the center. They don't know. They're not actually heading towards one of them. They don't know one way or another. Am I trying to exit the maze or am I trying to get to the middle? Very, very unclear energy, this person. We have their feelings. We have the feelings card. Their emotions. Their actions towards you are emotional. It does talk about intuition. It does talk about sort of going with the tide a little bit here as well. Like, once again, though, as an action, this is emotion. It's not action. It's kind of just riding the wave of their emotions and kind of just waiting for one to win out over all the others. It's like this energy of I love you, I hate you, I want to be there, I don't want to be there, I don't know what I want. So I'm just going to ride the wave of the emotions and see where it lands. My intuition is trying to tell me something, but I'm too emotional to really get it. I feel like this person's just too confused to even be actually honoring their intuition correctly. So we definitely see a lot of emotions here from this person, but and then on the other hand, they're trying to protect themselves from their emotions. It's very self-sabotage type energy. Anything else you want to add for Capricorn when it comes to this person's true thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards Capricorn? Anything important Capricorn needs to know about this person's energy towards Capricorn? We have the Clover. I feel like they may impulse, like especially too with, the action card here with the emotions being so heavy in the actions. And then we see the Clover as extra information. That's taking a chance, taking a risk, jumping in the deep end. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go and jump in anyway. They may take some sort of impulsive action towards you here, Capricorn, but, this person's very, very unclear of which pool they're going to jump in. They may take some risks, though. They may be engaging in some impulsive, emotional-based behavior. So there may be something that happens that's a little bit risky or emotional, impulsive on their end. It is a good card, like a card of good fortune, good luck. So it's kind of this energy of like, wish me luck. I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to jump this direction one way or another. And that's it. I can't tell you which way it is that they're jumping, that they're taking a risk towards, because this person's energy, it's all over the place. So it could be in any direction. Okay, it may not be directly towards you, although, we did ask about specifically towards you. So it's probably most likely that they will take some sort of a chance, a risk to come towards you. But I do feel as though it's going to be something very, very impulsive, and with such energy all over the place there, it's not going to be backed up by a plan of what we're doing here. We're just here all of a sudden. Now what do? I don't know. Then I might freak out and back off again. It's a bit all over the shop, Capricorn, not going to lie. All right, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Cross-watch the person's placements as well if you like. But we will move on over to Aquarius. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius and your person, the energy between Aquarius and your person. Would you believe, Aquarius, I was not planning on doing such a long reading for this one tonight, but reparenting yourself. Both needing to relearn, just grow, mature, relearn. It's kind of this energy of, you know, the reparenting yourself card, especially when it comes in with a love reading. It's like something within the foundation. You know, when we're young, we learn how to love through example, through seeing the way that our parents treat each other, through seeing the respect that our parents give each other, through seeing the respect that our parents give us, and you know, the way that they love us when we're children. There's just something, you know, for both of you here. I feel as though there's something just not quite right. Something that doesn't. It's not that it's not right or wrong. It's that it doesn't match you as an adult and where you want to be with love. Okay, so it's kind of this energy of, you know, especially too, you know, you do need to take into consideration that, for example, if you're my age, your parents are probably boomers. You know, things were a lot different, and certain emotions were just not shown, especially, you know, males in that generation showing emotion was like, what? You know, the way that love was shown was different. It was like very, very different, you know, compared to, you know, these days we talk about gentle parenting and, you know, those sorts of things. It was not shown in the same sorts of ways as what it may be now. And so in order to have a relationship now as an adult who understands all these concepts, where we want equal partnership, we want, you know, we both want to be, you know, giving to the relationship, as opposed to being raised in a world where men were the ones that went to work and women were the ones that, you know, the very traditional roles and, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's not how the world works anymore. That's not how relationships work anymore. So you're kind of having to just relearn certain aspects from your childhood. Like I said, not that they were necessarily right or wrong, it's just that it's not suitable for you as an adult now. So you're having to sort of relearn and or just, you know, learn certain skills when it comes to how to have relationships, how to show love, how to receive love, how to be equal, give and take. I do feel for a lot of you it's got to do with this equal give and take, the traditional roles that you maybe expect someone within the connection to take on a certain role, and they're not taking that role on, and you're needing to reparent yourself that, hang on, maybe they don't have to take on that role. Maybe I'm just as responsible for that as they are. So it feels like something like that, Aquarius. But we'll have a look here. Aquarius and your person. This person's true thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards Aquarius. Aquarius and your person. This person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards Aquarius. Oh, seeing some cards for you that haven't come out this whole entire reading. Only one of these cards has actually come out for any of the other signs at all. So, you know, Aquarius, you and this connection are definitely on your very own unique path. Let's put it that way. Okay. I'm just picking up too. For some of you, this may be another Aquarius. You know, two very unique people blending, trying to be unique together. Trying to balance that out, that Aquarius nature that, okay. This person's thoughts towards you, we have the anchor. They, you know, they're thinking that you are very reliable, dependable. whether, you know, in reality or just energy, that you're someone that they can rely on. You're someone that can help strengthen them, hold them steady when things get rough. They're stuck on you. Oh, okay, this is a little bit stuck on you here, Aquarius. There's a lot of thinking, you know, their thoughts are stuck on you. It's like they can't stop thinking about you. That it may be even distracting them from other things in their life right now. We also have their feelings here as the magnifying glass. So they're feeling they need to look deeper. They need to research you and learn more about you. You know, every little thing about you. They're stuck on you. This is giving someone who is a little bit, you know, maybe even a little bit obsessive about you here. They're really into you, put it that way. You know, they're feeling that they need to, you know, look deeper at, why am I feeling this way? You know, look deep within themselves, because they have a lot of feelings down there that they're feeling right now for our Aquarius. Okay, so they're just trying to, you know, put you under the microscope a little bit. It's there is this energy here too of, they're feeling like, if I put Aquarius under the microscope, surely I'll find, you know, something wrong. Surely I will find the red flag. They're kind of looking for it, but they're not finding it. The deeper that they look, the more just good things that they keep seeing that draw them to you. And it's kind of like they're trying to find a red flag and they just cannot. And they're kind of, it's this energy of like, surely Aquarius is not this perfect. I've got to look deeper. Look, you know, I've got to dig through their history and look deeper at them, you know, find the dirt, because there's got to be somewhere. But they can't find it. It feels like they just can't find it. They, you know, even if they're finding the dirt on you here, Aquarius, they're not seeing it that way. It's because even if there's a giant blaring red flag that you have, this person is just not seeing it as a red flag. They're like, oh, well, I'm a bull, so I'm just going to head straight for that. That actually makes me even more attracted to Aquarius, even if it is a blaring red flag. Okay, so this person is a little bit blinded by you, not going to lie, because their intentions, we have the compass, intentions to just all directions lead to Aquarius. I'm intending to follow my true north. And it seems to be you. It seems to be you. Their actions towards you. We have the garden. They want to take you out. They want to meet up with you. If you haven't met this person in real life as of yet, they want to meet you. Their actions are going to be to meet you. This is, you know, I am getting a little bit of stalkery, obsessive kind of detective vibes over here. You may literally run into this person in the street. You're not expecting to see them. Bang, there they are. Meeting. They're trying to meet you halfway. Wherever you are, they want to meet you there. It is my date card, though, so it could just be as simple as, you know, wanting to take you out on a date. You know, wanting to literally meet you halfway and compromise, you know, with you and you know, meet you there equally. Once again, that equal give and take coming through, the you know, the learning how to meet you in the middle, and, you know, give as much as you're giving. Getting out and about in public, they want to, you know, take you walking along the beach. They want to walk through the park and look at nature with you. Getting out and about, spending time with you in public, you know, taking you on an actual date. You know, museums, libraries, public spaces, cafes, all those sorts of things coming through there as well. Their actions are to get you into the garden and, you know, coming up to Christmas, kiss you under the mistletoe. Okay, Aquarius, that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces and your person. Pisces and your person. What's the energy between Pisces and your person? Yes, I like this. On the bottom of the deck, we have yin and yang. So we do see a very balanced, complementary energy here. But you both do seem to be a little bit more here in the divine masculine energy as your joint energy, which is, controlling the chaos. So I feel like you both kind of feel like this is a little bit of a chaotic connection, that there's a lot going on here, that, it would be very easy to sort of have issues between the two of you with power dynamics. You both seem to be both very masculine energy, whether that is, the case or not. You're both, you both like to just be in control of certain things, take the reins a little bit. You're both very, both of you can be very withheld when it comes to emotions as well. I'm picking up there as well. But the divine masculine is the reason that the divine feminine can grow and nurture emotion, because the divine masculine is there to protect the feminine elements. All right, so especially with the yin yang there, the divine masculine knows when to control the chaos of emotion in order to protect the emotions and allow the emotions to grow in a healthy kind of a way. All right, so I'm not saying that you don't have emotions. You're just taking care of them and separating your emotions very carefully so that they don't get trampled, and that they are actually looked after here. So you're both kind of doing this as well. So you're both, once again, reading as that masculine energy, where you're more in the protective zone than the emotional zone. Both trying to both be very logical and rational about what's happening here. Pisces and your person. Your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you. Pisces. Your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions, and actions towards you, Pisces. I can see why we're in that divine masculine. Their thoughts, we have the stork. Trying to come up with ideas at the moment. Trying to come up with ideas, trying to stir up new ways of doing things, trying to stir up change, trying to stir up some movement between the two of you. But it's more so about the way that they're thinking about, how do I do this? How do I move forward with Pisces? I'm trying to think it through. I'm trying to be very logical and rational here and think through all the different ways that I can approach Pisces here. So right now they're in a very thinking phase, all right, where they're really trying to come up with a plan, I feel, Pisces, of what do I do? How do I feel? What do I want? What do I do when it comes to Pisces? For some of you, it's like I'm just randomly picking up here, Pisces. It's for some of you, they're thinking about, how do I poke Pisces out of their comfort zone and stir them up? How do I stir up Pisces so that they, are like, because I'm feeling like this person kind of intuitively knows you're not quite ready, Pisces, and they're trying to work out, how can I poke the bear? How can I stir Pisces up enough to get them moving? I'm ready to get moving. I'm trying to come up with all these ideas on how to get Pisces on board. It's kind of like this person's a little bit more ready than you are, I think, Pisces. Even though their feelings, we have the mice. Now, if I don't see this card all the time for you, Pisces, I would be shocked. The mice energy here as this person's feelings towards you, they are a bit stressed and anxious that this is going to sort of repeat a cycle or work out the way that this has worked out in the past, for them with love. They maybe are a bit worried and stressed and nervous that, they've lost someone or something in the past when it comes to love, and they're worried that they're going to lose that with you. They're feeling a bit concerned here. They're feeling like that's a little bit overwhelming for them as well here. They're in their feels a little bit, and it's got to do with a past loss. I'm picking up here that for a lot of them, they feel as though, that a past relationship that they lost themselves a little bit, like they lost a piece of themselves to a past relationship. They feel like, I'm picking up that it's like, how when you have a really bad breakup and you kind of feel like I lost that part of me that knows how to trust, or I lost that part of me that knows how to actually enjoy myself and be happy and not be on guard all the time. It's something like that. This person is just a bit stressed that, they feel as though they've lost something in the past that they feel may be affecting the connection with you a little bit here, Pisces. Their intentions are to bring about abundance within the connection. We have the fish here, the wealth, the abundance, financial stuff as well. So for some of them, they are trying to. I want to say trying. They're intending and trying to, focus on work, focus on approaching you in a sense of, Pisces, I've got money to do this, I've got money to do that. Like they are seeming to be coming from a little bit of a, once again, that divine masculine energy of, let me take care of you, Pisces. But you're in the divine masculine too, so I don't know that will actually work for you, Pisces, because you're like, I can buy my own dinner, thank you very much. This person's like, but I want to take care of you. Look, I want to show you that I've got, they're trying to, like, it feels a little bit show-offy. They're intending to be like, look, I've got money, I can look after you, Pisces. And you're just like, I can buy my own food. And then they're like, now what do I do? It does feel a little bit like that, Pisces. But, it's all about, intending to create a sense of wealth, trying to create a sense that, Pisces, if I am in your life, you will be more abundant. You will have greater wealth in your life. And wealth is not just money, okay? But it feels like for a lot of you, this person is actually trying to, hype that side of themselves up a little bit. Like, Pisces, if you're with me, you won't have to worry about money. You'll be fine. It does feel a little bit like that. And if that's what you're after, go for it. But don't take advantage of that, because I feel like you shocking them with not caring about the money stuff is actually going to do more for this connection than you realize. It's like that energy of, they're intending to be like, oh, Pisces, I want to spoil you and give you all my money. And then when you're like, I don't need your money, that actually, like, attracts them even more to you, and they didn't even think that would happen, but it does. Their actions towards you, we have the dice. Gonna take a chance, Pisces. Maybe risky as well. It does feel as though it's like high stakes. I'm going to take this risk, and it's either going to pay off amazingly with Pisces falling into my arms, professing their eternal love for me, or Pisces is going to laugh in my face. What'll it be, Pisces? It's going to be some sort of big, bold, statement action is what I'm getting there. Once again, it may have to do with the money stuff. So they may come in with something, you know, they may take a gamble at what they think you want, Pisces. And it's most likely going to be something connected to money. It's this energy of like, Merry Christmas, Pisces. I bought you a brand new car. They don't realize this is actually more of a gamble than they think. Because there's a high chance Pisces will be like, I don't want your car. Because then what are they going to do? Then what are they going to do if Pisces rejects the big risk that they take? Because they deep down they know it's a risk, but I think that they think that this is, you know, the probability of this working in their favor is a lot higher than it actually is. Like they're going to roll the dice and see where they lay, see where we go from there. We're going to cross our fingers and hope it lands on red. What are you going to do, Pisces? This is interesting. It does feel like it's going to be something very high stakes. Like Pisces is either going to love this or hate this. Pisces is either going to fall into my arms or slap me. What'll it be, Pisces? Let me know, because I just don't think that they realize that you're in the divine masculine energy as well. They think that they are the divine, you know, because they just seem to be in this mindset that there's a divine feminine and a divine masculine in the connection. But no, in this connection, there's two divine masculines. You're both perfectly capable of taking charge. You're both independent. You're not going to be like, oh, this person did this. Oh, gush with emotion over, oh my God, that's so amazing. That's not you, Pisces. You're just going to be, you're very controlled energy when it comes to this and love in general. And I think it's going to really take this person off guard. They're not going to know what to do next. And I do see, because the hidden energy, look at that, the hidden energy on the bottom of the deck. We have the crossroads. This could go either way. It could go either way. What's Pisces going to do? You know what you may actually do? We have the owls has popped out here. You may actually, rather than actually, see, and that's the thing, because once again, what did I just say? That this person they're telling themselves, Pisces will either fall into my arms or slap me. Pisces might do neither of those things. If Pisces turns around and goes, I don't know yet whether I'm going to slap you or fall into your arms. I need to think about this. Come back in a day. Come back tomorrow. Ask again tomorrow after I've had a chance to think about it. It's kind of the unexpected factor, Pisces, that I feel like that's what you're going to do. You're going to be like, actually, I'm not going to choose one way or another just yet. Come back tomorrow and I'll tell you what my choice is. That's going to throw them even more. You're like, oh, so I can either accept this or not accept this. I'm not making a decision yet. I'll let you know when I'm ready to make a decision one way or another. Gosh, Pisces, you guys win, okay? You are definitely in the divine masculine energy there. You know how to play this game with this person. It's like you see through this straight away, and that's why you're like, oh, right, you want me to choose A or B? I'm not choosing either of those because you want me to. It's just like stubborn, a little bit stubborn energy there, Pisces, but it throws this person hardcore, and it's like it's the perfect answer because it gets this person, like, because it's a little bit of a power play, not gonna lie. And you win this game, Pisces, not gonna lie, you win this game with this person. If this seems like it's a game, you win with that move. I tell you, like, you all of a sudden they're like begging at your little feet. Just choose one way or another. Pisces, nah, maybe later. Maybe later. I'll let you know. Kudos to you, Pisces. Hasn't even happened yet, and you guys are winning. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know if you know what that's about for you in your personal situation. Oh, that sounds like such great goss. Let me know. What do they do? What's the big thing that they're gonna do? Let me know, Pisces. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements as well. And I will see you all again soon. Make sure you subscribe.